So as we come up on the Democratic convention and the solidifying of the Harris-Walz presidential ticket, I'd like to remind people that no matter how wonderful the team is and how clearly they're dominating the voter sentiment right now, nothing is going to be easy about this election. That even after we get our wonderful candidates across the finish line and we fight back all the voter suppression and the vigilantism and the anti-democratic behavior, we will still need to give this presidential ticket control of the Senate and the House if we want to get anything done. I said recently that I had to come back and do a whole video on Wisconsin's Tammy Baldwin, who is running for re-election to the Senate against the complete carpetbagger who lives in California to represent the needs of the ultra-rich, because I needed the time to tell you how amazing the candidate actually is, so you know why I'm out here asking you to help her. So let's do that. When Tammy Baldwin was 9, she was diagnosed with a serious illness and spent 3 months in the hospital. But even after she got better, insurance companies refused to cover her because of her pre-existing condition. Because of that, Tammy has always been a vocal champion of things like the Affordable Care Act and staying on your parents' insurance and not having insurance companies be able to deny you for pre-existing conditions. Tammy was raised by her grandparents because her mother struggled with mental illness and chronic pain and then an addiction to prescription drugs, something so many people in this country can relate to. So when the opioid crisis spread across Wisconsin and America, just devastating families and communities, it was Tammy out there working overtime in Washington to push for local prevention and treatment and recovery efforts because she understood them all firsthand. When Tammy's grandmother got older, it was Tammy who was her primary caregiver, and she saw how many seniors depend on programs like Medicare and Social Security, so she has fought to defend them her whole career while working to pass a bipartisan legislation to support family caregivers across America. Tammy knows how important it is for us to support America's public schools. After graduating university in government and mathematics, she worked on pay equity issues in the Wisconsin governor's office before studying at the University of Wisconsin Law School. After what can only be described as the scrappiest of scrappy grassroots campaigns, Tammy Baldwin made history in her first congressional election, becoming Wisconsin's first female member of Congress and America's first openly gay, non-incumbent to be elected to Congress. Tammy Baldwin has spent her entire career consistently standing up for affordable health care, abortion rights, the LGBTQ+ community, workers, education, and our seniors. Tammy Baldwin is the lead sponsor of the Women's Health Protection Act, which would guarantee access to safe abortion care nationwide, and she fought diligently against unfair trade deals that shipped all our jobs overseas. This is a woman who has lived a life so many American people would recognize themselves in. She understands the people, and she works for them. So it's no surprise that the corporate interests and the billionaire mega donors and the shady super PACs have always made defeating her a top priority. It's why they fled Wisconsin with millions of dollars in spending against her. It's why they brought in a multi-million-dollar California bank owner to run against her, because she doesn't work for their interests. She works for ours. I'm crazy about Tammy Baldwin because she's the real deal. So if you can send her a couple of dollars or volunteer for her campaign, it would really help. As always, I have attached a link and put one in my bio to make it as easy as possible for you. Tammy Baldwin is the kind of leader we need in the Senate. I say it all the time, that government can be a force for good. But if we want it to be, it is essential we hire the right people for the job. Senator Tammy Baldwin is the right people. Help her out. I know you won't regret it.